Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We are back in the Fearwater Notch, ready to continue our storyline. Let's see, now that we have reached the camp, what Sigileth would have us do.
Welcome to Cúridwan. I have taken this campsite from the soldiers who made it.
I have named it Fearwater Notch and it is now mine. Should they return, they will not live long enough to inform anyone of our presence here. These others dislike the Ordâkhai as much as we do and have offered their services for us. For now, they have my trust. Did my brother tell you that we encountered Cúridwan on the road to this place? She has gone down to the water northeast of here, intending to perform an investigation of some sort. I pressed her not on the subject, but what I understood from her mumblings and musings was that she hoped to find some means of sinking the song to the bottom of the lake. You should see if the Golden Maiden found success. Such a thing would be very helpful to us. Now, while I look for Cúridwan, I just wanna take the time to apologize if I am sounding funny again. The allergies as usual. Nothing to worry about, but oh boy, is that annoying. Like usual as well. If she is by the shore, I don't think we need to follow the path again. That didn't work last time, so. Where are you, Cúridwan? Ah, there you are. You have found Cúridwan standing by a small sunken rowboat.
I see you found your way here. Have you brought the wizard Umbar with you?
He will be most interested to hear what I have learned. You told Cúridwan that, regretfully, Incanush remained behind when you came in search of the Song of Waves and Wind, but you are also interested to hear of her discoveries. Cúridwan motions at the submerged boat. After you and Incanush left Sulmaraj, my steps took me to Leibarth, and the Quinta Sharalit spoke to me of her experimentation with the Lac Davrit. She told me that you helpfully provided a number of blight samples, Beriathan, but when you added them to water, in time they damaged the integrity of the bucket that held it. The wooden slats of the bucket fell apart, spilling the water onto the ground. I have done the same with this rowboat I found moored alongside this island. In a matter of moments, a small sample of the blight has damaged the seals that held together this boat, causing it to take on water and sink. Most curious. I am ready to return to Fearwater Notch if you are. My investigation here is complete, and in it, I see a means to destroy the fleet these enemies of the natural order think to wield against the Kintai and the other peoples of Shagana. Suknidar may yet become a watery grave for the Song of Waves and Wind. I see where you're going, Cúridwan, and oh boy, that's genius. So that is a really cool idea, because yeah, well, we can get a better glimpse of the fleet from here. And it, of course, doesn't look good at all. Like, can you... Please? Oh, boy. Where can we get a good picture of... Like, yeah, I mean, wow. Those are a lot of ships. But... we'll see if Cúridwan's plan works. What do we need to do to make it work? Essentially. I already forgot the road back to the camp. It's really well hidden if you ask me. Your allies have returned to Fearwater Notch. Cúridwan, Corudan, Rahâzi. Good.
Has Cúridwan found what she sought?
You briefly relate what you understand of the Golden Maiden's discovery and its potential use for sinking the waterships before they depart the Fearwater. A means of utilizing the Blight to destroy the Song of Waves and Wind. Let us hope she is right for our sakes and for that of all Middle-earth. But it is not enough to sink the ships. We must also combat the crews here mustered and the leaders who drive them to war.
Together, we may yet defeat the schemes of Nakási and Balakhâd, but it will not be easy.
Aid each of our companions with the tasks they chose for themselves, and together we may be able to ensure the Song of Whips and Wind can never leave Suknidar. Oh, an ambient for housing. A free ambient at that as well, so... Cool. I think... Well, I think there are many other ways of getting ambience for your houses, but... I really haven't dabbled much in it.
The Song of Waves and Wind would be dangerous enough by itself, but Nakási has armed it with terrifying weapons.
I know not for how long Koltek has been working in secret with her, but he had his eye upon the stockpile of hungry fire from the moment we discovered it within Ashak. Did he wait until you traveled into Murjala within Kanush and Glorfindel to give the command to his underlings to transport the Narghâk to Suknidar? The timing no longer matters. What matters to us now is that we prevent the Song from being equipped with weapons capable of using the hungry fire against its enemies. There must be a workshop of some kind within Starkhaven where such weapons can be assembled. Let us search for it among the buildings of Starkhaven on the western shore of the Firwater. If we can destroy the Narghâk stockpile, these weapons will stand empty and unused. Very important, yeah.
I never expected to use the Blight for a good purpose. But this is truly a day for surprises.
Some of the mysteries that plagued Team Hular and Adagím have been made clear to me now that I see what has transpired within the Firwater. For many years, I believed the floods cascading into Adagím from the north were caused when spring rains overfed the Ikurban River, but it was not so. The Ordâkhai dredged an old tributary channel, carving a path south from Suknidar. Now the floods that might have destroyed their wharfs were instead spilled upon Adagím, already suffering from the Blight. Was the extent of the Lac David worsened by these annual floods and the noisome bog to which they contributed? It must have been. But now I have need of the Blight to counter this Ordâkhai fleet, and its pervasive reach will be of use to us. Parts of the Blight push into Suknidar from Adagím, and they have taken root within a narrow vale just outside the eastern entrance to Starkhaven, not far from the long bridge that leads to this island. Take this sack and trowel and collect samples of blighted pots for me while you combat some of the creatures that even now push into Suknidar. I will meet you outside the blighted place once you have done this.
Starkhaven swarms with Erswan Corsairs and soldiers of Ordâkh.
But at Nakási's command, they will board the ships and sail to war. I trust in Cúridwan's plan, but even if the fleets of the Song are made unable to sail, these enemies will remain to threaten the Ikurvan Valley and my home of Umbarul. Even a single sword can inflict great injury, Beriathan. Let us defeat these foes and wrest from them their blades. Then we will dump them in the water on the northeastern shore of this island, and ensure they cannot be wielded against the peaceful residents along the river should the Golden Maiden's plan prove unsuccessful. Yeah, well, seems we gotta go back. Make our way through our enemies. The Narghâk, of course, is paramount. It's paramount that we prevent the Narghâk from being used by the Song. How exactly, well, are we gonna do that? Corudan already shared the plan, but I don't know. And what comes after? I also don't know. I mean, that fleet, we already saw it was huge. So yeah, as you have seen in here, there are lots of quests. Some of them optional, some of them not. But even then, I wonder, as I have done before, how close to level cap would you be after doing all this, provided that you never used any sort of bonus XP? The Blighted Nook. Okay. Because I go back to this idea. You see me, well, you saw me, you have seen me struggling. For God's sake, Fire the Gambit. You have seen me struggling with the amount of XP available at all times. I mean, you saw all the different times I used it. I boosted my XP just to hit level 160, and that only happened right before coming to this place. I don't think you could have that you could hit level 160 without any bonus at all. That's what worries me. And again, I don't want to sound like I don't want to be that dead horse. I have talked about this aplenty already. And I will find out sooner or later. But I can't help but wonder every single time. Okay, so I think Cúridwan is gonna be, yeah, right outside this place. This one wasn't hard at all, it was really short, and despite being swarmed with enemies, that was not a hard fight.
Have you done as I asked?
Thank you, Beriathan. When handled with care, such samples as these may prove that even evil has its uses. For if the Song of Waves and Wind can be made unseaworthy, then even the Lac Davrit may save some lives. I will continue my work applying the Blight to the water by the ships of the song. In time, no vessel will remain afloat, and the designs of Ordâkhai and Mordor will be ruined. Sigileth is right that the leaders must be captured or slain to truly end this threat, but sinking the song is an important step on that road. Thank you again for your efforts. Alrighty. Oh, Valor is now level 96, that's good. We also got an essence in here. I think I'm gonna go with Physical Mastery. I mean, yellow essences I really don't worry that much about. Because, well, those get replaced really quick. I still don't have any semblance of endgame gear at hand. I know I said I would take the time to try and craft some for me. But I've been a little bit busy. So I didn't get the chance. And right now it's really not that noticeable. I would like to get into, I say this every expansion cycle, but I would like to get into some endgame instances at some point. It's just that, oh boy, it just takes a lot of time and a lot of work to get on a spot, on a place where you, or at least where I can get invited to some of those runs. Of course, I'm out of practice, that also plays a big part in it, but, well, you need to run them to get practice, right? I mean, it's been a while since I've been really serious about it. Closest I have gotten, I think, if memory serves me right, was during the Angmar Reborn days, right after the Warden revamp. I was able to get into many different groups. Not as many as I would have liked. And certainly no raid, but that's the closest I have gotten so far. So yeah, I really want to try my hand at it in a serious manner. Especially now that there has been a slight rework to how threat works, and that also changes how tanking classes are played. And some of the wording changes introduced in Update 47 are aimed to address that. But I don't know if I'm gonna... if this expansion cycle will favor more the Warden DPS or the Warden tanking, because for a really long time it seems that Warden DPS gets the upper hand over tanking. I don't know. I guess this is a good time as any to let you know. I am preparing to start streaming. Not only like uploading these videos. This I think would still be the main focus of the channel, covering the entirety of LOTRO storyline, and I think we have been pretty successful so far. But I also want to dabble in streaming. So maybe one of those nights I'll get the chance of running something. We'll see. I still don't know what I'm gonna do. No, that's not a way. Ah, this door. My bad. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Lots of plans for the future of the channel, and I hope I can complete them all, basically. Still don't know. You have found the Narghâk workshop in Starkhaven. Alright. So the weapon is used to launch Narghâk through the air with explosive force. An engineer of Ordâkhai bellows with rage and attacks. The engineer perishes attempting to reach a nearby marked barrel. The barrel is empty, but there are traces of Narghâk smeared at the bottom. What about this one? The barrel is also empty of Narghâk. As you stand up, Corudan arrives.
I have made an unpleasant discovery, my friend.
While I searched for the Narghâk stockpile, I was surprised by a number of Elves Corsairs, and it came to fighting. But they were not content to engage in combat with their blades alone, and they threw glass jars containing a small quantity of an oily substance at me. I evaded this attack with little difficulty. I am not an elf of Lorien. But when the jar shattered upon the ground, it exploded with blue flame. Some of Balkhâd's Corsairs have been given jars of Narghâk to use in battle, Beriathan. We must retrieve these jars from them. Afterwards, let us make back here. So I guess it's my best interest not to stray too far from this place, as I look for enemies to fight. It's just that... Dang it! The delay! It's hitting pretty bad today. I mean, it's not lag precisely, I don't think so. It's just that gambits are taking a little bit longer to get added to the queue. Well, not gambits per se, my masteries. Air sword. I mean, like, I need to find a way inside atop one of those ships, because I already have plenty of Ordâkhai weapons, but I need air swords. Yeah, here was one of the ships, I remember now from the previous episode. The orange flags. You remember that we were incriminating the orcs and trying to set them up against each other? So yeah, this is a perfect spot for farming the Corsairs. I think we'll need to go that far for it. No one on this ship? Really? That's a little bit disappointing. Man, I just need one more guy of this. By the way, I've also... I think I have already told you, I'm not sure, but I also resumed leveling up my Mariner. Yeah, I told you because I showed you the account-wide titles that I just got a few days ago. But I would love to stream the Mariner leveling at some point. I am also seriously considering leveling up one of my champions. I'm still not sure which one. So that could go as well. And not to mention all the different things that I still have not done with Beriathan. So yeah, I mean, there is still plenty of game for me to go through before I need to start considering what else to do. I think that's a good problem to have, having too much game to cover. And there is also some content that I have already recorded, but haven't gotten to upload it yet for some reason. I don't know.
Did you separate the bottles of Narghâk from their bearers?
Yeah, that's an interesting way of putting it, I guess. Good, for I have done the same. I also found a stack of parchment within an encampment of the Ordâkhai. I think the soldiers knew not what to make of these papers. They are yellowed with age, and when we have finished here, I will take some time to study them. We found not the stockpile we sought, but I think we discovered the reason for that. The Hungry Fire has already been loaded onto the ships of the Song, and any excess considered unnecessary for their siphons and cannons have been given to the Earthsworn. It is more necessary than ever that we prevent the Song from setting sail. May Cúridwan have the time she needs to distribute the Blight among the vessels of the fleet, and may we capture or kill the ones who might have give command to sail. But for now we have done what we can. Okay, so I guess we can use our milestone, yeah, to save us some time. I mean, those all are sound plans, but I fear that despite our best efforts, we don't have enough manpower to do all we want to do. Because we have been hearing time and time again, this fleet took years upon years to build. And there's only 4 of us. So even if Cúridwan can get the Blight on some of the vessels, I'm not sure she can get them on every single one of those. And the same goes for the Narghâk. And for the weapons. Basically, I fear that all our work is just a drop against the sea that is the Song. But we'll see how much of an impact we can make.
This is a good spot.
Dispose of the swords you gathered, and the water will erode the sharpness of the blades, rendering them unusable by our foes. There we go. Dispose of more weapons. Lots of weapons. Wave farewell to the weapons. Rahâzi laughs aloud.
You amuse me, my friend.
Now the Earthsworn Corsairs and the soldiers of Ordâkhai will find it more difficult to threaten the peaceful lands downriver should Cúridwan's plan not succeed. I hope it will, but we must plan for anything. That is a lesson of my mother Rahâzi and of the great hero Cúridwan. That was shorter than I expected. But still, we have taken quite some time doing all this. We really need to find Nakási. I mean, I don't care about Balakhâd that much, because with Nakási, it's personal. With Balkhâd a little bit as well, but I really want to get her. Fuller materials or hides, I don't know which one I need more. urgently, but I think I'm gonna go with heights. I really want to get me some armor. But I'm also wonder how useful would a crafted armor be if we already have the instances to gear up. I don't know. I still don't know.
We are almost finished now. Only one thing remains to be done.
We must put an end to Nakási and Balakhâd. I would very much like that. Let me just check the cosmetics. I prefer the light armor, but I don't know. Vitality, agility. I mean, we get a lot of finesse, but we lose a lot of physical mastery. I don't know if that is an intelligent trait.
Are you ready to deprive this fleet of its leaders?
You have only to give the word and we will search the ruins for Nakási and Balakhâd. They cannot escape the four of us, you, me, my brother, and the Dumuri warrior, Rahâzi. Meanwhile, Cúridwan will continue to use the Blight to damage the seaworthiness of the song. It will not be long before every vessel lies at the bottom of the lake. We must give her time enough to distribute the Blight to every vessel of the fleet. We're gonna get 3 housing items. And I don't have enough room for that. I don't have enough back space for that. But I know what I can do. There's a vendor. Yeah, here. Oh my god. Sarodan. We can sell this one. Vitality and tactical mitigation. We might want to keep that one. Vitality, agility, critical rating. Yeah, I think... we can dispose this one. And this one. And this one. And this one, I think. I mean, this is no longer endgame, it's level capped. Feels useless. I hope that I don't come to regret this, but I don't see how. I really need to get a cook. I need to level up a cook too. To get rid of all these recipes that I am saving for later, for when I have a cook. But I have not taken the time to level up said cook, so... I think we can also dispose of this one. And I'm gonna leave his necklace as well. Vitality, critical rating, finesse, yeah, what the heck. Sorry, Sigileth, that looks a little bit better.
I am ready if you are. They will not long hide from us.
Yeah, please. Gotta get them.
Now we will end the threat of Balkhâd and Nakási once and for all.
Balkhâd and Nakási must be somewhere within the ruins of Kasukhín that sit atop the island. From that high place they can survey the fleet. It will not be long until they begin to see the effects of Cúridwan's interference. We must hurry. They will have defenders posted on the bridge that leads to the ruins, Beriathan. Prepare for a fight. Lead away, because I truly don't know my way around this place. The bridge. I think I remember. But still. Well, I hope you don't mind. I don't plan on falling. Just getting ahead. Oh, there they are.
With so many Corsairs hereabouts, their leader must be near.
Up here!
Wait. Corudan? We're gonna meet them. Oh, Balakhâd. After we saved you.
Balakhâd, the time has come for you to die.
Wait, lower your weapons. I would first speak with you.
This is a trap? Okay. As I was saying, after we saved you, I think you are very ungrateful, to say the least. My childhood was one of tumult, Beriathan. My mother and my father spoke often to me of Castamir, instructing me that it was our duty to follow his example. Often I wondered if they were right. Was it true that elves would always seek to keep our people underfoot, subject to their laws and their shadowy rule? Could my parents have been wrong? From time to time I saw elves of the Oasis, the Kintai, in the markets of Umbar Baharbêl, and they seemed otherworldly to me, but never sinister. In truth, much of the evil I saw came at the hands of men. Did not the Kindred of the Coins hold me captive and chase my mother into hiding at the conclusion of their uprising? Was I not threatened with torture by Azagat's Shadow and Nakási Wave Reaper? But then, I beheld a terrible battle where the waterfalls ran red, and I saw the monstrous orcs that emerged from Utukbur. I heard the battle cries of the ferocious Utugi, and I saw the corpses piled at their feet. I perceived the name of their masters, Beriathan, and they were called the Thardúth. From afar I heard the wizard Incanush speak of them as he strove against their powers, and I knew them for what they were. They are elves, Beriathan. A terrible evil of the ancient world has awoken to endanger the lands of men, and it is in form and nature precisely what my father believed it would be. Castamir was right, and my parents were right, and in their names I have gathered those who would fight to save our world from elfkind. Nakási and I have set aside our quarrel with their ships, and my loyal Earthsworn, we will free all of Middle-earth from the grasp of the elves, and those who aid them. If you will stand with me, I would welcome your prowess. You know how dangerous the Thardúth can be. Oh boy.
If you will not stand with me, you will die on this island.
Not if we have any say in this, Balakhâd.
Then let us settle the matter and be content with the result.
Oh, come on. Poor fool.
Balkhâd! What does your crew down to the fleet? You! Is this your doing?
Hello again.
What has happened to the fleet?
From the upper reaches, I witnessed something unbelievable. The ships of the song have begun to take on water!
It is true! The nearest of these ships begin to sink!
I know not how you have done this. But you cannot have damaged every ship of the fleet.
My fears precisely.
Command your ships to sail!
You will go nowhere. Corudan, block his retreat.
You will be our guest until the Golden Maiden has finished with the last of your ships.
You elves are always so confident in your own abilities. How will you react when someone reveals
Oh boy.
your weakness?
I don't like where this is going. Nakási and Balakhâd escaped to the surviving ships of the fleet. Boy, what did she do? Corudan! What is this? Beriathan, don't worry about me. You have to stop them. Oh, we didn't get through so much trouble to reunite with Corudan, only for him to die here. After 13 years. Or I guess the Umbar expansion was 2023. Still, after 10 years of waiting, he cannot die here. You cannot do this to us.
This is bad. Corudan lies bleeding, and Balkhâd and Nakási escape us.
They will sail the surviving ships of the Song of Waves and Wind down river to war.
Through our efforts, most of the ships were damaged and cannot sail, but not all.
Balkhâd and Nakási will sail the remaining ships of the Song down the river Kúridwan, endangering all the lands through which it flows. Mount your steed, Beriathan. The city of Umbar Baharbêl lies at the mouth of the river, and if you bring word of the approaching ships to the rulers of the city, they may be able to close the river gate before the Song of Waves and Wind passes the city. Speak to me if you will do this. I don't want to leave Corudan like this. I really don't. Oh, no, you cannot do this to me, Corudan. No. Oh, boy.
Ride with as much speed as you can. You must get to Umbar before the Song of Waves and Wind.
We will follow behind you as we can, Beriathan, but you must ride with as much speed as you can. You must get to Umbar before the Song of Waves and Wind. I'm a fast rider, but I don't know if I can do that.
Ride for Umbar. Ride with haste.
Oh my boy, they are firing at me? Ah, the river Kúridwan, right, cause there was a passage connecting Umbar with Ambarul that was blocked. And Guru. And they keep on firing. Oh boy. Boy, that wow! I'm almost dead. You really don't want to mess up with this one. Oh boy, oh! That appeared right on top of me. The cannon falls silent behind you as you outpace your enemies, but Umbar remains far distant. What about? Ambarul. Yeah, so there's a path connecting Ambarul to Imhular. But still. Kashyyyk leaps from his guard post and calls for you to stop. Stop! What drives you toward Umbar Baharbêl with such reckless speed? Beriathan? Is that you?
If this fleet is as dangerous as you say it is, the city is in grave danger. You must hurry on to Umbar.
Bring your warning to the guards at the gate and I will follow behind you. I mean, I'm not that far from the gate, right? So, yes, I can. Of course, since we're following the game's narrative, we outrun the fleet. But my question is, I have no idea about any of this, but my question is, how easy is it for a regular horse to outrun a ship like one of these? I'm guessing it's not that easy. Again, we have fame of being very, very swift riders. But how easy would this be for a regular soldier? I don't know. Back in Umbar after... what, 2 years and a half? Well, a little bit less than that. No, we left Umbar when the Legacy of Morgoth was released in 2024, so I guess it's more like a year and a half. Almost a year and a half. Oh, yeah, right, the guard. I don't have the rings. The quest rings were... Talk to me.
A hostile fleet sails towards us down the river Corudan. That is absurd. What proof have you of this?
You can waste no time. Warn the folk at the waterway market. Farex, Tasadi. Will they heed you? At last some of the folk give you their attention. A hostile fleet approaches from the river? Can this be so? I will share these tidings throughout the city. Of course, we had a brief stop back at Umbar at the beginning of this expansion. I had forgotten about that. So it really hasn't been that long, but it feels like it has been way longer. A fleet of ships manned by the Yearsworn approaches from the river Corudan? How can this be? Are we in danger? I know you for a friend of the city, Beriathan. If you say a hostile fleet approaches Umbar Baharbêl, then it must be so. We must arrange for the defense of the city. We must get everyone away from the river. A familiar voice calls to you as Daxamat pushes through the crowd. What is this I hear, Beriathan? Tell me what I can do. You ask Daxamat to spread the word to the people of the city that a fleet of dangerous ships carrying orcs and Ordâkhai soldiers approaches from Corudan. I will. You should find my brother Jajax at the forum of Bithgavar. He will know what to do. The forum. Okay. Forum. God, I don't remember where the forum is. Ah, the forum. I guess we can go back to using one of our allegiance. We can go back to the Ledger Keepers. I hope this swift travel will work better. I mean, we don't seem to be that far. Ah, the forum. Yeah, I remember now. God, it's been so long since I quested in Umbar. In the city proper, because you would remember after the Umbar expansion, we got the Umbar Mock, the Underworks, and then everything was the meeting hall of Dâr Laja. So it's been a long time since you really needed to keep these locations inside your head. Boy, the forum. I mean, it's how could I forget it? Jajax, there you are.
What did you say? A secret fleet sails toward the city, and I was not informed.
You tell Jajax that Nakási, Wave Reaper, and Balakhâd have taken control of the Song of Waves and Wind and equipped its ships with dangerous Narghâk weapons. If it is not kept from leaving the Corudan River, all of Middle-earth will be in danger. You need the Kindred of the Coin to close the river gate? You will want my help with this, Beriathan. Let me know when you are ready for us to speak with them.
The Kindred of the Coins will listen to me. you will see. No one can refuse Jajax!
Oh boy, I missed you, Jajax. I truly have.
It is not too late, my friend. Our warning will reach the Kindred with hours to spare.
So we have Callingam. Yeah, Callingam. I remember you. Biruk. Sort of remember you. I am so sorry, buddy. But let me double check something really quick. I mean, like, can we talk with them before? Yeah! A hostile fleet approaches. My business with the Kindred can wait. There is going to be made, Beriathan. Beriathan, I have not seen you since your steps brought you to Umbar Baharbêl. Yeah, I remember you now. I have come up of ground to ask Kolthek, but my errand can wait. Something troubles you. You quickly tell Biruk that Nakási Wave Reaper sails a hostile fleet toward the city and the banks of the Kúridwan River are not safe. I will delay you no longer. Tell the Kindred of the coins that you have what you have told me.
The Kindred will protect us! Hurry now!
If by our warning we save the city, the Kindred will surely seek to reward us for our actions today, Beriathan. Let us hurry. We gotta speak with Hármelak. Your face is lined with worry, Beriathan. What brings you with such urgency to Dâr Laja? You tell Hármelak that Nakási Wave Reaper sails a secret fleet armed with Narghâk cannons and crewed by orcs of Mordor and soldiers of Ordâkhai down the Kúridwan River. She frowns uncertainly.
You are certain of this? You have seen this fleet?
I assure Hármelak that yes, you have seen it.
You must order the closing of the river gate. Only the Kindred of the coins can prevent this fleet from passing the city.
For what reason would Nakási harm Umbar Baharbêl? The hatred she bears is for Gondor.
But it is in your power to prevent this!
The river gate will remain open. If the Song of Waves and Wind is to be the doom of Gondor, I will not stand in its way.
How is it you know the name of this fleet, Hármelak? Neither of us has spoken it aloud.
At a gesture from the Golden Queen, the guards encircle you. So it is a fight then. Fine, there are not enough of them to best both Jajax and Beriathan.
This Corsair fights for Umbar, not for the usurping Kindred!
More of them? I don't like the look of this. The Mummied archers hold you at bay. You can fight no longer. Boy, I really want to slap you on the face right now. And you cannot imagine how much. You know there is little to be gained by dying here, Beriathan. Kolthek lowers his voice so only you can hear him. Hármelak might have pretended she first heard the name The Song of Waves and Wind from you when you visit her in her manor, but she is not as clever as she thinks herself to be. Wealth cannot buy wisdom, only experience can do that. When Azagat told us of the song's existence, neither of us believed in it. If the Dark Lord of Mordor could not rely upon such a fleet, of what use could it be to us? But it seems Nakási has done the impossible. The Narghâk I sent her from Ashagir will prove the difference, I think. When Gondor burns, the folk of Umbar Baharbêl will rejoice. Looks like this is it, Beriathan. We have to put our faith in Daxamat now.
Seize them!
Well, that happened. Daxamat's refuge! We are not done yet.
It is not much, Dax, but you can stay here as long as you need.
I have lived here ever since Kinsman Belonder ordered my release from the Gulf following his return from Cúridwan. Many of my fellows were freed as well. I know not what Belonder saw there, but I am grateful for it. You can stay here until you learn what happened to your brother. There has really been no word of him since he and Beriathan went to Dâr Laja.
You can leave your belongings in the storage room.
Go through the door behind me into the hall. The storage room is the door on the left. This no longer seems to be an instance. So Ascendant Light? Good! That is a really good one. Thank God. Anyway. As I was saying, that just happened. I mean, if that was only Hármelak seizing the opportunity to get rid of Gondor, I guess I could sort of understand that. From her point of view, of course, not mine. But as you have seen, she knew from before. So, God knows how much of this was already her plan. And how much was she playing us? I mean, Koltek we knew from always. Didn't expect him to ally with Nakási again. I just thought he was playing for his own benefit, but it seems not. But now, we learned that everyone knew. They were hiding this from us, so everyone was playing us. So yeah, we really cannot let this stand, especially now that Gondor's safety is on the line, and basically we're the only ones that can stop it. But we don't have enough time for that today. Sadly, I really want to see how this ends, but this will need to wait for the next one. For the time being though, really sorry about the cliffhanger, but this has been all on today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.